All right, guys. Obviously, very good win. Very well executed on both sides of the ball. Happy that the guys were able to put together two halves of the style of defense that we want to play. I thought that they did an excellent job pressuring the ball, getting into passing lanes, making it tough for guys to run their offense, basically. They still were very efficient at times, but I thought for the most part we got them off rhythm a little bit. It was a very good team we beat. I mean, this score isn't indicative. If we played them 10 times, I'm sure this wouldn't be the result all 10, but tonight we were good, and great appetizer before Thanksgiving meal. So I'll just open it up.
Can you talk about McCoy and what he did tonight? I mean, especially going up against other big guys really for the first time.
We've seen him a lot of years, and I know his high school games were not a great measuring stick for that purpose, right? But he's played in big games. I mean, the guy is very well traveled and very experienced. And it's funny. I had a sense of confidence that he would play well because of the platform and the exposure that he had, and he was played at in high school, the AAU ball and all-star games and things of that nature. So it's normally you worry about those freshmen, but we talked a little bit before the game, and he was good. And he was a good place. He was excited to get a different type of challenge. So, and obviously did a very, very, very prolific job from the field and from the free throw line. So, he's continuing to show why he's so special.
Is that blueprint for you what you'd like ideally in a basketball game where you dominate inside and dominate with McCoy getting post touches like that?
Yeah, I think every game poses different set of issues. We didn't handle the post double too well, so we got some good stuff to learn off of that. We practiced it a little bit today because we hadn't gone to it in a while. We knew we weren't going to see it in the previous games, so I didn't think we saw it much. But so we didn't get a chance to really fine tune that a little bit. But he made a couple adjustments quickly and handled it okay after that. But then I got to give Coach Eric Brown credit. It was his scout, and let me just say something about my staff real quick. Their collaboration is phenomenal. It took us a year to kind of figure out who was who and how we were going to mesh together. And after I was able to mold these guys together, I have 3, 4 phenomenal guys that have a bulk of experience, and then it trickles down even to the support of our support staff. And I just want to say that, we're a family, not just because we won tonight. If we'd have lost tonight, we'd still be a family. But how things are in the office and how we're conducting business is special. And I'm happy. I hope I can bottle it and keep it for a while. But to your point, I just felt like we were doing things. We're doing things at a level right now where you got to follow, or it's just going to stand out. So anyway, I'm sorry. What was the initial part of the question? Yeah, I think. I was saying, yeah. I think that's the reason we're playing the way we're playing. I do. I feel like our staff is a critical piece of the mentality and the approach these guys are having. We're holding them very accountable on and off the court, and it's not just me. It's all of us. So yes, I'd like to see this continue. So let's hope it does. I don't know if I could see this kind of result every night, obviously, but that is the style of play we want to play. I mean, think about it. We were almost playing stall ball and we scored 85. That's unheard of.
What aspect of the team's performance tonight impressed you the most?
Of the team's performance?
Yeah.
Probably the defense. When we got into the half, the defense. I thought we did a pretty decent job taking away the transition defense, and then when we got settled into a half-court, they got settled into a half-court set. I thought we did a great job. Shakur, who had no numbers to say, was a catalyst on. I thought as far as how we guarded the guys that he guarded. I thought he did a great job pressuring out on the perimeter. When you got a four-man and go out beyond the three and climb into a guy and get deflections and get in the passing lanes. You know, that's what I was telling him. He was a little down, I thought, and I was like, well, first of all, you're never down when we win. Secondly, you know, you're not going to have an all-star game every game, you know. So he came off of, 19 rebounds the other night. So you don't think they're going to send 2 and 3 people at you? You know, this is a different level. You're actually scouted. And so so he'll be fine. But, yeah, no, it's fun, man. We just got to keep it moving in the right direction. But I think the defense in the half was probably the thing that impressed me the most. His ankle, he didn't practice yesterday, and he didn't even go through scout today, but we warmed up right before the game, and he was able to go a little bit, but he couldn't push off. He got beat on 2 back doors right when the game started. I mean, right when he got checked in, you know, and he missed the scouting report and going through the walkthrough stuff, and, you know, it affected him. So I just, you know, I didn't want to put him out there and make him look bad because he wanted to play. You know, he's got a lot of heart, but it was just tonight wasn't, you know, meant to be for him, but it was meant to be for us.
Coach, we all know that Brandon is going to come out and day in and day out do what he has to do. But can you speak about Jordan's play and what he's been doing lately and the leadership that he's bringing to this team and the UNLV level?
Yeah, no question. You know, you look at all the accolades that Brandon has and the hoopla and the hype coming in, you know, and rightfully so. But there's no question that Jordan's addition to the team and his contributions from a leadership standpoint, from a floor general, you know, to steal that cliche, is unparalleled. You know, we don't have anybody that can do what he does right now. So we got to keep him healthy. We got to keep him on the floor, knock on wood, and we got to keep him out of foul trouble because we're a different team when he's on the floor.
How did you get through that stretch in the first half when Brandon McCoy and Shakur
The last five minutes or so of the first half. Jordan, it's funny you say that on the heels of that question because Jordan and I talked, and I said, all right, we got to sit these guys for the rest of the half, so it's your time, and let's go at Bibbins. So we actually drew up a play we never even run before, just because we didn't know we were going to be in that situation. And so Nunu had 3, and I think Shakur was sitting, and Brandon was sitting, and we had the 2 young fellows out there, the freshman and the sophomore, and Schechner and Mbake, and I said, you know, let's get those guys a dunk. Let's go 1-4 flat. Bibbins is in foul trouble. Let's just go at him body to body, see if we can get him because he's not going to guard you. He's a smart kid. He's not going to foul. So you should be able to get in there, make those bigs play up. And then we elevated the wings on the weak side so he had someone to throw it out to and release them late. And we ran that play about 4 times in a row or something like that to end the half. And we just let the time go down to about 12 or 10 before we ran it. And that was basically what we did. But I had a point guard I could do it, you know. And he even tweaked it the last couple plays. He waved the 2 bigs off to stagger. He waved them off because he saw something on the floor in the way of an ISO where that other big was laying off. So he saw that and unfold as it unfolded when we were running the 1-4 flat. So he tweaked it and he looked over at me like, can he do it? And I was like, you can do whatever you want right now. So he was playing so great. So anyway, I got a lot of words tonight, man. I'm excited. Thanksgiving tomorrow. Great win for the program. You know, great win for, you know, our families. We've been working so hard, man, since last year. This is early in the year, but, you know, you got to get addicted to winning. And it's a beautiful, tasty elixir, and you just got to keep doing the right things on and off the court to keep it going as long as you can. So sorry about the long answers, but this is a good win, man. It's a good win for the program.
Is this a win that you think can get fans back in the building?
I'm gonna ask them. I'll go door to door if I have to. We need it, man. That's a big plus. I mean, that's what the big boys have. They've got phenomenal home court advantages. When you go and play in places, and I mean, there's, you know, sold out houses. There's you know, waiting lists to get season tickets at some places. It's those environments there's nothing like that. Those places recruit themselves, and we got to get back that feeling, you know, and this is a group to maybe be the foundation to do that and be the first team to launch, you know, back towards that direction. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm imploring the fans to come out every time I get a chance because I do think the city has a special product in these young men, and so I'm hopeful and optimistic they'll come out and they'll see it. You know, everybody loves a winner, man. So, you know, we just got to keep winning. I guess that's part of the recipe. So.
What do you do to prevent a letdown with them playing at such a high level?
Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable in film session practices, study halls, going to class, being on time. Just hold them accountable. Do what you're supposed to do, and hold your teammates accountable. Do your job. Do your job. If you don't do your job, next man up. And you can actually be more deliberate in holding them accountable when you're winning, which is the great thing about it.
Marvin, you said it on the court, but can you break down quickly how you'll be utilizing the championship belt?
Well, what we'll do is, and I got this from my old associate head coach, Paul Weir, when we were at New Mexico State. Paul went and got a belt, like a championship belt, and it was the practice player of the week. Whoever we voted the practice player of the week off of their efforts, they got to wear the belt, you know, through the warm-ups and through practice and so on and so forth. And then every week the belt rotated through whoever was the practice, you know, the champion of the week. So you had to earn that belt. And so I'm not going to take credit for it. I stole that from Paul. Trust me, Paul probably stole it from somebody too, but that's what we do in our business. But that's where I had as soon as I saw the belt, I was like, oh, yeah, we got it. And this is a real belt. Holy smokes. I want to thank whoever designed and put that thing together, because when I grabbed it, I was like, man, this is a nice, I mean, it might be the coolest trophy I've ever gotten before. So it's pretty fun, pretty nice. But that's Vegas, baby. That's how we do it, you know.
And it's Jordy that has it right now?
Jordan has it right now, and you know, since Brandon won the MVP, we'll go to the next in line for this week, and then it'll rotate from there.
Coach, you guys led most of the game, but you only had 9 bench points tonight. Is that a concern moving forward for the rest of the season?
No, not at all. We had guys out of sorts a little bit. We played some guys in some different positions. We had Nunu at the 3 for a lot of the night. He was a little bit out of sync because he's been practicing at the 4 the whole time, but he stepped up and because we wanted him to guard what's the kid's name? Shoot, I forget. Tillman. Yeah, because Donnie got going a little bit, and Donnie's a really good player, and so we wanted to try to get a matchup with him. So, but no, to answer your question, we got some good. Like Amari was a little bit out of sync, but he could play. Like, we got some dudes that can come off the bench and get it. So, no, we'll be okay, I think. Don't you, Ed?
Pretty good.
Huh? I think so.
Anything else? Count that it's
Hey, guys, happy Thanksgiving to all you guys, okay? Have a good one.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
How'd you feel going into David Collette tonight?
He's a great competitor. He pushed me to another limit, and, you know, I'm just happy the team just came out. We just executed what the coaches put out, and, you know, we just got the win.
You guys go into halftime up 10. What did you talk about kind of to be able to kind of come out and put it on them the way you did early in the second half instead of kind of settling in a little bit?
Me or
Oh, you repeat that for me?
Yeah, you go into the halftime up 10. So what do you guys talk about kind of extending the lead instead of just kind of sitting on it a little bit?
It wasn't about a focus about extending the lead. It was just about continuing to do what we were doing. You know, we missed some early shots that we normally make, so it was just sticking to the game plan. And, you know, the way we pressure the ball and get into the passing lanes, we're just able to wear teams down. So we just continued to build on it, and eventually they just wore out, and we just took off.
You had that stretch early in the second half. You had 8 points in 53 seconds. Can you talk about, you know, that little stretch of play right there?
Just a small talk with one of the coaches. He just told me, you know, you can get any shot you want, but sometimes, you know, don't press it, you know. And, you know, I just took my time and just got the looks I wanted, and it eventually started dropping. So just got to continue to take my time, and it'll come to me.
Brandon, little foul trouble in the first half. What were your thoughts going into halftime? Were you frustrated, or how did you feel, and how did that impact your second half?
I was more so frustrated at myself, but my teammates, you know, they kept the game up. I don't think we ever gave up the lead, so I wasn't too frustrated. I just know that when I got in, I was just going to have to match the same intensity that they was matching. That's the only thing I was worried about.
Jovan, when Brandon and Shakur were on the bench those last 7 minutes, first half you had 10 points in that stretch. What were you thinking with those two on the bench during that time?
Well, we knew, like, we had to adjust. Without those guys on the court, we had to do a lot more rebounding. I think they started getting a lot of long offensive rebounds once those two went to the bench. But we just continued to move the ball and get into the paint, especially with me and Jordan out there. We could pretty much get wherever we want on the court, so it just continued to put pressure on the defense. And we knew with those guys that we had to be more aggressive because we knew they were looking to take advantage of that. So it was just about continuing to attack.
You guys actually extended the lead with those two on the bench. Did you, you guys feel that you guys got confidence from that with those two on the bench where you guys can play in case they do get in foul trouble in the future?
Yeah, the refs were calling it pretty tight both ways. And I think it was just about, which team is going to adjust first, and I think we did that because there was some calls we didn't agree with. I didn't think B should have been out the game with 2 fouls, but it happens, And it was a game Jordy was out with 2 fouls, and we ran up the score. So it's just about once things don't go the way we plan, we just got to continue to play and move forward.
Siobhan, what does this win say about your team?
We're working hard, Like I said, it's one game at a time. We got another one Saturday, and we got another one on 29th. So it's just one game at a time. But we're going to approach every game the way we've been approaching them. So the results are coming, and if we continue to do what we do, it'll continue to be the same outcome.
Real quick from the free throw line tonight, Brandon, 8 of 8.
Just the team, my coach just telling me to just get extra shots up at night, before I go to sleep. So just coming to the gym, just working on my shot. I always was able to make free throws. I was just in the slump, and just staying to it, never getting discouraged, and having my teammates behind my back.
Brandon, how much fun were you having out there? I know you got a long way to go, but you guys celebrated a little bit tonight and get the championship belt.
I had so much fun playing with my brothers. I had a lot of adversity coming through here when I committed to UNLV, and I got death threats, a lot of stuff. But I bought into what Coach Menzies was saying. I clicked with the guys as soon as I got here, and I'm just thankful to be a part of something special. These guys are really good. JoJo is a great player, competitor. He competes every day in practice. So does Jordy, every other of my teammates. And so they just pushed me to a whole nother level, and I'm just thankful to be on this team.
Brandon, when you guys, you and Shakur and the other big men are just out rebounding a team and scoring down low, can you sense when an opponent is starting to, wear down or like surrender, or they can just throw their hands up and they don't know what to do with you guys?
I feel like when Shakur just be grabbing them rebounds from the top of the glass, I think that says a lot. Shakur, like I said, he's a great competitor. In practice, he beats us in rebounding. So that says something a lot about him. And when we play against others, I can feel the competitiveness. He pushes me to another level. He makes sure that I'm up because when I first got here, when I first started playing, I was a little down, and he made sure that he brought me up and stuff. So, yeah.
Brandon, you think you guys can be a dominant defense the whole season?
We got a great defensive coach, Rob Jeter, and he be on our tail, man. So I feel like we can be as good defensively as we can. We're not really worried about offense like we said. We just worried about locking people down.
Did that get you fired up by kicking your mouthpiece?
Yeah.
He kicks his mouthpiece?
Yeah, he
Oh,
threw it.
wow. I didn't even know that. Twice?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But that just shows that we had him frustrated, and I thrive off that kind of thing, We both from Chicago, so that's small to us.
That's small
but
stuff right there.
That's a bad idea to do it, guys.
Yeah.
It looked like you would have said something. Did you say something right after that?
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna tell you. But
Yeah, he gonna look. He trying to set you up.
All right. You guys good? Thanks.
Thank y'all, man.